Life is too short to suffer unnecessary, and life will be too long when you suffer. You won't say life is too short when you're suffering. You say this world's dragging on. I don't think it's worth it to suffer in a relationship that has expired. I don't think it's worth it to suffer in a house that no longer inspires you, in a town, in a city, in a state that no longer interests you. I don't think that in a world of suffering, you should make your life harder than it needs to be. Taking control of your life. I think that being out of control is a dangerous place mentally. I think we as humans have a need to feel a level of being in control, even when you understand that you're not going to be able to control everything. Minimalism, the eliminating of the unnecessary, is a healthy way to exercise control over your life so that you can focus your time, your money, your energy, your resources in a direction and make progress. When you have less things weighing you down, you don't need to exert that much energy to go in a direction you want. Going in a direction in life that you want is part of feeling in control and empowered. When you feel like you have some control of your life, you feel empowered. And that's when you're more excited about life. You still have days where you feel sad, depressed, angry. We're all human. Again, in a world that you can never control everything. Even as I make this, there's a national pandemic, and for the past month or so, there's been a lot of things outside of our control as humans. Okay. Whether you have a big house or whether you live in a car. But I could say from my viewpoint, a man who owns nothing other than my car and one bag in it, I still do feel better having less to look after. I feel that gives me more control over my mind and my thoughts. The more things you have, the more you have to worry about. The less you feel in control. The less you have, the less you have to worry about, the more you feel in control. Less is more. And it doesn't just apply to materialism, things. It applies to relationships. In my experience in life, one of the darkest places you'll be in your mind is when you go through a bad relationship or dealing with other people. You know, the hardest part about a job is usually not the actual task, it's the dealing with the people at your job. You know, so the more people you add to your life, in your personal life, because we have to do something to earn an income, you got to deal with people somewhat, you know. You got to go to the store, you have to go to a doctor's office, you know, you have to interact. But the more relationships you add in your personal life, the more management to those relationships you have to apply. Relationships require management and work. And they also take you out of control of your life. If you have a happy, good day and you go home to someone else and they're not happy, that can take you out of control quick. Very hard to be in sync with others all the time. Even pets can take you out of control. You know, you come home from work, like I did for many years. I had a dog. You come home from work, you bring some stuff in the house, you straighten up, you take a shower, and then you get ready to unwind, and your dog wants to go out, or your dog took a dookie on the carpet. You know, things can bring us joy, dogs, relationships, and even buying things that we like. But as you get older, you have to ask yourself, what purpose does this thing or person serve in my life? And as best as you can, in a healthy, good way, you should start to eliminate the unnecessary. Because life is too short to suffer all the way through it. And if you suffer all the way through it, life is too long. Life is too short to suffer unnecessary, and life will be too long when you suffer. You won't say life is too short when you're suffering. You say this world's dragging on. I don't think it's worth it to suffer in a relationship that has expired. I don't think it's worth it to suffer in a house that no longer inspires you, in a town, in a city, in a state that no longer interests you. I don't think that in a world of suffering, you should make your life harder than it needs to be. There's times where you got to bite the bullet. You have responsibilities to a job, to your children, to whoever. I'm not trying to tell you to be irresponsible, but I'm trying to tell you that as an adult, it's your responsibility to be in a healthy place. Your personal time, your passions, your interest, finding yourself and staying with yourself is a key part to living a well life that other people have to respect. And if they can't respect it, they can't be in your life. What is the message of this video? Less is more. Don't make your life harder than it needs to be. Space and boundaries are necessary. Continuing on a journey of finding yourself and keeping in the rhythm of yourself is the only way where you're going to be able to be pleasant to others. For me, that journey includes living light, living in my truth, and that's how I feel. I don't want to try to stretch this out. That's my message. Hopefully it helped you. If in some way it did, I appreciate if you click the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're not. Check out my playlist on my Patreon. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace and love.